So, welcome to a special edition of 10 Questions with Trevor Airdrie. My guest at this time is the Menace Clements, who just won his first UFC fight. Thanks for having us. Alright, so how old were you when you started training? What interested you in training?
Well, I started Taekwondo when I was 15, so it's been 21 years of martial arts. But I've been doing MMA, I think, 9 years now. I've been fighting pro since 2005. It's just a progression, you know. As a kid, I did Bruce Lee movies, run around the house, and I was 15, you know, I finally Taekwondo school opened up, but I just jumped right in, you know. I like that kid who used to meditate in the corner when I was like 6 years old and thought I was a ninja. So it was just one of those things I always wanted to do. When I was 18 years old, I graduated high school. My yearbook actually says what I'm going to be when I'm grown up. It says I'm going to be a pro fighter.
Oh, wow. Alright, so who trained you and what are you trained in?
I've trained, I just jumped around a lot. You know, I started out Taekwondo with my black belt, I did boxing after that, kickboxing. I met John Fraser down in Sarnia. He's another up-and-coming guy. He's 135er in Canada, one of the top 3 in the country. Started doing jiu-jitsu with him, and then I met Sean Tompkins, I think, in 2005. Just made the move to Team Tompkins. I've been never here ever since.
Okay. And how did you get the nickname The Menace?
Sean Tompkins, I don't think he agreed with that. My last name's Clements. Everybody always called me Mency, as a short form, and I wrote Mency on my shin pads and my gloves. And he kept looking at it and goes, "Oh, you call yourself a Menace." I'm like, "What are you talking about? That's what you write on all your stuff." I'm like, "No, it says Mency." Oh. And then like a couple weeks later, I had a kickboxing fight, and he just filled in Menace. And they asked for a nickname. He was like, "Well, what's your nickname?" It kind of stuck with me. They're kind of a jackass, and like kind of prank on people and drive people a little bit. So that's pretty fitting.
Alright, and how long are your fight camps and what do they usually consist of?
My fight camps have changed over the years. I'm 36 years old now, so I try not to get in here and get banged up a whole lot. I just sort of work on conditioning, and I'm a pretty heavy guy, so I start out pretty slow. I usually go to 12-week camp, but the first 4 weeks just kind of easing back in, getting the body used to things, and then doing conditioning. So it's about 12 weeks total, but the last 8 weeks, that's when I go real hard. 6 weeks of this, like, torture.
Walk us through one of the quickest KOs ever in MMA.
My 3-second knockout. My first fight at 170, I was actually furious if the fight was over that fast because I had to kill myself that weight. I didn't even feel like I fought, but it was actually my wife's birthday that day. We had just started dating. I made her drive all the way to Montreal to watch me fight, and I got in the cage and I was scared shitless. And our first big show, ref says, "Ready?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Go." And the guy just ran at me. I remember going, "Holy shit, the guy's running at me. What do I do?" And it was like that game with the gopher. You pop up, you have a hammer, and he's gonna try to find the gopher. And his face just did that. He's running at me, all of a sudden his face went pop. That's when hit. And it was over. But instinct took over, and I seen him, he was knocked on the ground, but I just kept hitting him anyway. Just like kind of a rush. If I would have just left it there, it would have been 1 second. It would have been unbeatable. Unless somebody could run faster than that, it would be unbeatable. Beat the record by 1 second.
And how did the first fight with the UFC go?
You know, it was a long road for me. I've fought a lot of big names. I was always fighting the biggest names I could get my hands on, just trying to get the UFC. At my age, I didn't want to fight for another 5 years, trying to fight cans and build up a record, just have a winning record. I wanted to prove I could beat some of the best guys in the world. That's what I did. I knocked out Johnson today, TKO over Clements, went 60 fights and won TKO twice. And I think that made an impression on the UFC. And then I got a management company, Apex Sports Agency, put the word in Joe Silva's ear, and when an opening came up, I had heard that Keith Pazuski was actually supposed to fight Todd Patrick, who got injured, and it was booked in the Montreal card, so I got the call up.
Okay, and how did it feel walking out with the victory?
Oh, it felt amazing. You know, I was just happy. The whole fight I was happy. I had never been so happy in my life. I had never had a fight where I was hoping to get nervous, UFC jitters. I was more nervous for every fight I ever had before that than after that. Like the whole fight I pretty much had a smile on my face.
Your dream opponent and why?
Dream opponent was actually, he's retired now, it was Chris Light. The guy who would stand up and bang and, you know, just smile on his face and like to put on a show, and that's exactly what I want to stand up, throw some punches, and put on a second fight. So he's my dream opponent.
And what advice would you give a young fighter?
Shut up and learn. We get guys coming here all the time. Just yesterday alone, a guy coming here wearing UFC gloves, actually UFC logo on them, they have blue mohawk, dyed his hair, tight shorts on, bad boy shorts, strutting around, seeing who's looking at him, punching the bag, you know. Everybody wants to be a star. They want that. It doesn't work that way. You gotta come in, you gotta shut up, you gotta get beat up a little bit and just be respectful and listen and learn. It's the only way you can do it. You gotta be a good student. You think you know everything, you're never gonna learn anything. So.
Okay. And when's your next fight gonna be? And potential opponents?
I don't know much in stone right now. I know we're working on the Toronto card. It's my, know, UFC was my dream, but I'd like to be able to experience it with my family and stuff that's close to home. So hey, it'd be a big bonus to fight here. So I know my manager's working on that. So as far as opponent, I'm not sure. There's a lot of guys in the welterweight division. It's a pretty big division, and there's a couple guys in there I think match up well with me as long as they're willing to put on a fight and not to sit there and lay on top of me on the ground and try to scoop out a decision. You know, I don't care. Win or lose, just go in there and put on a fight. So,
All right.
I'm not sure who the opponent is, but
Well, thank you for your time.
anytime.